From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
Well, down in mountains, Laura was going, Trav, you didn't help me out this morning. I was trying to finish up putting up hay. We were just ready to rake it and get ready to bale it. And then here came the storms, and it rained on my hay. And you don't want that to happen, especially if you have what we call horse hay, which cannot really have any mold in it, because horses do not like that. It's bad on their stomach. They don't feel very good about it. Cows, they're kind of like me. They have 4 stomachs and they just can eat anything. But that's another story. Anyway, again, for hay people, that wasn't very good, but it was a spectacular sight to see. This is in Jinx. Terry sent this picture in. This is kind of like a UFO. That's that shelf cloud I showed you a little bit ago. Warm, moist air shooting in, cold air coming in from underneath. It creates such great pictures sometimes with these big clusters of thunderstorms that come through. We call them MCSs, mesoscale convective systems. And so they're another one's trying to form, and we need some water up to the north and west of us because we still have our lakes that are well below normal. We still have, you guys, Bartlesville, trying to find you some rain. That's the biggest thing that we're trying to do right now. We didn't get that job done very well in Osage County. Here's Bartlesville on up into Chautauqua County. Did have some better rains just out to the west. They were kind of hit and miss around the Tulsa area. Some heavy downpours, and then that kind of ended. If you're southeast Oklahoma, again, it was more hit and miss than anything else, and more miss than hit. Now, as far as what we're looking at overall for the last week, we have had some pretty good rains just west of Osage County, in Kay County, Noble County, western Payne County, and Pawnee County. But overall, there's just been a few areas that just haven't had a whole lot of water, so we do need the rain. And of course, we're going to take a look again more specifically at Hula and Copan. Here's Bartlesville. So this water is extremely important to Bartlesville, and that's why we have water rationing going on. Last 7 days, we've had some pretty good rains just north of the area, so that's draining in, but it isn't a whole lot. Now, over the next week, we could see 3 inches, maybe 4 inches of rain. If that happens, there should be some runoff. That would really make a huge difference and impact on the lakes. They could rise by a foot, maybe more, which would start to get us closer to getting rid of some of the water issues that we're dealing with. And overall, again, the pocket of rain is best in the northeast part of the state here in our viewing area. But I'm also noticing that tonight and tomorrow, the boundary is shifted a little bit further south and west. So this area might be shifted a little bit further south and west as well, just because there's more storms that'll track along that boundary. Tonight, it is gorgeous. It was a great day today after the rain, even during the rain, for those who don't get rain very much like last year when it didn't ever rain. And we had a few severe storms in southwest Oklahoma. As we go through 2 o'clock in the morning, some showers and storms are forming out now in eastern Colorado. Some of those will start to make a move in our direction. So by 4 o'clock in the morning, still a long ways west, but there is going to be warm, moist air coming up over this boundary that's down to the south. So that should help some thunderstorms blow up in areas north of Tulsa to near Tulsa by 7 o'clock in the morning. These storms could be strong, occasionally even severe with wind damage or wind gusts near Tulsa or south and west Oklahoma City. So if you travel tomorrow morning, be advised if you run into it, you could run into a blast of wind. Could be some small hail with some of that. Then that'll start to die out as we go through the noontime hour. And by late afternoon, the sun's trying to try to pop back out. We'll be in the upper 70s, low 80s for highs. And yeah, this is July. And so as we go on into Friday morning, temperatures are going to be very mild, but we have another system coming in, another MCS. This should move right on into the Tulsa area around 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning. Some wind and hail possible with that. By late afternoon, we'll rebound into the 80s. Notice it'll be near 100 in southwest Oklahoma. So there's a lot of warm air feeding that. And we're going to do the same thing again as we go on into Saturday and Sunday. So we do have a threat of a few isolated severe thunderstorms tomorrow morning, and a little bit better chance of a few isolated strong to severe thunderstorms on Friday morning. So that's kind of the plan of what we see coming up. So be ready, because there should be some rain and thunderstorms as we go on into tomorrow morning. Hitting the Tulsa area around 7 o'clock. If you're north and west of Tulsa, it could be about 5 to about 6:30. And Bartlesville, we're hoping and praying to get some rain out of this. And thunderstorms will be diminishing as we go through the noontime hour, kind of falling apart, moving off to the east. Winds will be kind of variable and gusty at times. Then in the afternoon, we're looking for partly cloudy skies to cloudy skies, and temperatures will be in the low 80s. We did have it warmer by a couple of degrees, but it looks like that rain-cooled air will help out. Also, Friday has been knocked down a little bit because we've increased our chance of rain for Friday morning. Saturday morning is a little bit better chance of showers and thunderstorms as well. Then we taper that down. As we taper it down, the sun comes out, temperatures go up, and all of a sudden you say, oh yeah, that is July. As we get back in the mid to upper 90s, and if it's really wet, heat index values, as I said, steamy.